Justice for Mohbad. Justice for Mohbad. If you have been following the journey of this justice, I'm sure you must have observed some horrendous, terrible, scary, wicked, shocking trail of events. And also, there are times, moments that you felt so good within you that your efforts paid out. Yeah, you saw progress, you saw success, you saw a lot. Talk about emotion, money, time. Put on this justice for Mohbad. It is uncountable. You cannot measure it. So whenever good news drops, it gives people a sense of relief. Many are seeking for closure, even though they are not directly related to Mohbad. No. Some don't even know who he was. They don't know his songs. Some don't even understand some of his lyrics. Yet, they are ready to go all the way. All the way. Some even talked about how they lost their job because of sleepless night. Some talked about how they could not concentrate. Some even talked about how they saw Mohbad in their dreams. But with all of this, what exactly is the role played by the parents, family of Mohbad? Of course, fingers have continuously been pointed towards one direction. Then it led to another direction. Then it got linked together. We're talking of Obele Gushi, Sam Larry, Naira Marley, and Cynthia Wumi, the so-called widow. And for the first time ever, at least, let's say for the first time in the past 20, 30 years, ever, it has never happened that a young chap will pass away, or even a lady, anybody, someone will pass away, and the mother will take side with the well, it has never happened, at least not on social media, not publicly, not on any newspaper that I can recollect, and I don't know if you have ever. So this kind of shook a lot of people. And also the way Mohbad was buried, his neck, and the coffin was small, and so many things. Somebody quickly sent 2 million naira, Davido, and mysterious things, so many of it started jumping out. Well, it has not ended. This time around, it has gathered even more. It is more scary, more sinister. I want you to go on this journey with me. Still on that same justice. Go on this journey. And for yourself, experience it, see it for yourself. I don't know, maybe you've learned one or two things on this journey of justice for Mohbad, but if you have not, this is an opportunity again. You'll be shocked. Please like and share. Tap on the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. Returning subscribers, thank you.
Course should be on the actual suspect, those that committed the crime, those that were in the house when Mohbad died. But don't forget that we all speaking here, none of us were in the house. None of us know what happened, but we have a bad feeling that something strange, something terrible might have happened, right? We don't have an evidence to this thing, so we keep looking for it. And one way for us to know what had happened is to inform the police about the situation and hear back from their investigation, right? In the beginning, the police came out, they said they've invited 26 people, that they've investigated them. Police investigate in their own way. And so they said they've investigated the police, they've investigated the 26 people. And so this is what they have. They say 5 people were declared suspect. The remaining one remain persons of interest. Persons of interest are anybody that are present in the crime scene. After investigation, if police finds anything incriminating, then you will now be detained and you will not be prepared to be taken to the court, and you remain a suspect even at that. And until you are convicted by a court, you are still not a criminal, right? Until you have been, even when police arrest you, detain you, prepare to take it to court, you are still a suspect because police has found something. But when police found nothing after investigating, you're no longer a suspect. You remain a person of interest, somebody who were there when it all happened. Now, the most important thing here is the investigation. Police have done. Can you guys hear me? Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah. So police have done their investigation, and in their investigation, they said they listed out some specific things that the nurse was implicated, that nurse injected Mohbad, and there were a lot of changes, you know. But now we're looking from the outside. But we're not in the house. Don't forget, right? We only have to listen to whatever everyone is saying. One, police has gone in there. Police have access to do some certain investigation, which me and you will not have access to, right? So now we are still doubting the police, that we don't believe in whatever the police is doing, okay? Because it's not just answering necessary questions. We see Mohbad in some situations that, you know, we expected more corroborative answers to why things went the way they went, right? But we feel like we don't have these answers. And as a public, we now came together and said, okay, let us put in our funding and let's go do this investigation by ourselves, because we don't trust government investigation. Actually, the government is not starting to investigate Mohbad case. They have investigated it and they have their own result already. Just like any country will do, it is the job of the government to investigate crime in every country around the world. And when they investigate their crime, they're going to have their evidence, which they have. Now, in the side of the public may not be pleased without evidence, right? So now there's still a space for whoever that is not pleased to go do their own investigation, and whatever they found, they can as well table it. So in this case, we put our support behind the father. I contributed my money. I also told people to contribute, and the main goal was to investigate it, to bring private investigators, to get pathologists, and to get a good legal team that will help us look into everything. I will keep pumping our money. You know, right now, we are trying to show something different. Police has done their job, and they said this thing is not as bad as you guys are taking it. Like, you guys are suspecting that there was a murder, but we didn't see that. That's what we found, right? And we are doubting them. Now we went to do our own, right? Whatever we are going to do, supposed to be able to, you know, justify what we have been clamoring for. We believe there was a murder. We believe there is something bad, but our investigation cannot show it. So could it be that police were correct? We are the one that are exaggerating things. And if police were wrong, because if you ask police to still go back to investigation, they will still bring you their own result. So the best thing now is for us, whoever that is doubting, then go bring something different from what police has offered. And if you cannot bring something different and you cannot accept their own, it looks like a troublemaker. Do you understand the point? Yeah. If I ask you right now, you contributed to toxicology and autopsy. Where was it done? You can't even tell, but that of the government that we are rejecting. Government autopsy was done in Lut. Toxicology was done in NMS in America, Pennsylvania. But our own, we who say we are looking for transparency, we who say we are being genuine, we are not being truthful to ourselves. You now understand why we are all like feeling like, hey, these people are just manipulating us.
So we don't. So
This
you're,
so
in other words, you're
suspicion.
saying your group doesn't have enough investigation to prove that it was an actual murder, but you want to go ahead and get those witnesses to go to court to prove that they
Yes.
right.
Yes.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
make
no.
sense.
Yeah, having them in a civil case, having some of them, not all of them, like in my own ground, I believe that the nurse who has come forward, you know, to confess that it was her action, the nurse who has come forward to confess it was her action that caused Mohbad's death. I believe the father of Mohbad should sue the nurse, and in the process of trying the nurse or cross-examining the nurse, you know, may lead us to different facts, may lead us to different opening. You know, a criminal case can have many sides. It can have many chains. If you look at the case of O.J. Simpson, one of America's most broadcasted case, O.J. Simpson and Nicole Brown, the African American guy that was married to the Caucasian America. It was like
Yeah, I'm very
Africans were
aware.
standing for African. You know, if you know the story, while the white people were standing for their own daughter, right? So there was interest in any mysterious death, right? There will always be different sides. If it was so clear, there was a clear evidence that this, like Mohbad was stabbed, whatever, and they could find it them. You know, in the case of Mohbad, the government said there's no stabbing, no breaking of neck, no poisoning. When the father also went to check, his pathology told him there's no breaking of neck, no stabbing, no poison, nothing, right? So now it becomes difficult for you to continue to insist. So now, in the case I was talking about the O.J. Simpson, right, Nico Brown, the government, the American police, they investigated. They did all they could do. In fact, in that particular case, the American police, they wanted so hard, you know, to see that guy is pinned by planting a glove, you know, that at the end of the day, the lawyer of O.J. Simpson was able to kick that out. That this glove doesn't size my client. You know, this is an attempt, you know, to jeopardize my client or to brutalize my client. So the case was thrown out. But because the family of the woman that was murdered, Nico Brown, they were so desperate, they had to sue O.J. Simpson. You know, they sued O.J. Simpson, and the things that police couldn't do, they were able to establish some fact. By doing their own investigation. This is what we are saying. Like, you know, the public is very interested in this case. They're ready to support it through funding, whatever. But the family is not ready. The only thing they do, they like talking the talking. You don't get justice in the street while doing the talking. Talking is part of creating awareness, right? But there are procedures that are put in there that are established to get justice. And then at some point, you know, we start doubting him that could there be something that he's hiding? And when we review his own story itself, when we go back into his own story, like we begin to suspect different things. Like when you were narrating your story about Mohbad, you said like 4:13, like your wife called you, and then you were, you know, on your way, and then later, you know, you guys got to a particular place, and you were told to go back, right? But you felt like no. Like something must be happening. Let me go to Mohbad. This is a story he narrated when his own brother, the Christian, narrated is no, that what actually explained everything from Mohbad and told him that Mohbad died, right? And the man even said, if we are doubting, people were already saying that man has been consistent, you know. And luckily, you have been bound about. And subsequently, lesson called what?
Okay, so
What's going on here? Is there any cover up?
If the case is that the father, if the case is that the group feels that the father is aware,
they switch off her phone immediately. I said, what? This. Did you communicate with them? No, you're not communicating with your son. Is there something you are trying to do? You're trying to do with the public. So, none of your village people, none of your street people, nobody around him. It's only him and online people who refuse to use their own sense to investigate this case. So there could be possible manipulation here. Which I depend on platforms you go to get information. Now let's put you yourself in this particular case, right? And prepare yourself. Maybe hear some for the first time.
Listening to you.
Please.
Your line is a bit laggy.
Papa, your network is.
Your line is a bit laggy.
Your network is. Change your network.
Hello guys. Can you all hear me?
Papa, no, change your network.
No, it's very crackly.
Change your network, Papa.
Oh my God, I was speaking. What was the last thing you hear me
It's
saying? What
better.
was the last thing you hear me saying,
It's
Stylist?
better
We're
now.
about to
It's
ask some
better.
questions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was already speaking. So I said, prepare your mind. Okay. I'm going to say some things right now, and you might have not heard it. Okay. Maybe the first time you're hearing it, because it all depends on which platform you're going and what they're saying or doing on that
Because I've been
platform.
following your platform for over
Now,
2 years.
okay. Yeah, good. I mean, it's not going to be new to you then. So now, imagine in the case where, as a parent, it's child that you've suffered for, labored for so much, also had to go to school the days when they are nothing, and you work so hard, and I understand how we all will feel. It's out of the pain, of parentage, we know how this thing is, how stressful it is. I think that is the point at which a lot of us are reacting. But this case may be a little bit deeper than we think, right? So we have to open our mind and then sort it out. That's the only way a case like this can be resolved. So now imagine, let me put you in a situation whereby, let's put aside the mother first, right? I don't know why the mother is not seeking for justice, the sister, the brother. There must be something that we don't know.
Exactly.
So which is family interest, which they are protecting, and which we just want Bawamba to be frank, right? Don't manipulate the public. If you are also protecting that same interest, is the reason why you're not cooperating with the public, let them know. Because people are going crazy. They are wasting their time, they are spending their money, and some of them, they are even like putting themselves into trouble, because at the point of defending you, they start defaming the widow, and then it causes problem to them. Let's know what we want. No manipulation here. So let me put in the situation. Let's say, for example, you were contacted, right? And you got to Mohbad house, and you went up, and you saw a lot of blood in your own child's room, right? And then you now came downstairs. You now saw different people there. Do you think at that state of mind, you can be asking about Mohbad property, you as a parent? Do you think it's a proper thing for anybody to do? To be asking about Mohbad lands, the land that Mohbad left. Do you think it's proper for the parent to be asking for such? For Mohbad land? And the lawyer now told him that, come, Mohbad had a child. No, Mohbad land is not going to go to you. It remained that of the child. Mohbad did not die without a child. And they were arguing this, and that was the first conflict that rose between these people. So do you think that was proper? Or tell me any reason why anybody will say, you went up, you see blood in your own child's lobby, in your son's lobby room, you came downstairs, you saw him lying down there embalmed, in a way that a child that you lastly saw on Saturday, and then the next thing you are asking the lawyer, the 2 plot of land of Mohbad, to do what? To bury him or to do what? Because it is either to go bury him or to inherit it. Why should anybody be thinking about burial right there? Because right now, what we were made to know that it was because he was left with no option. That he has left the police, he went to the morgue, he don't know what to do. Should he take the body back home? This is what we were taught. And then now we come back to find that there was already trouble going on in the house. There was already fight between the family, fighting on Mohbad property. And this did not even give them sense of thinking that Mohbad is a human being. They were all focused on his property.
Was the fight before Mohbad died? Was it an ongoing fight?
I'm talking about when the father arrived and the son was by the staircase, right? And then he was asking for the 2 plot of land to do what? That's the question I'm asking. Can you answer that?
Okay. So first of all, in face of any traumatic situation, your brain has different responses. It's either the flight, the freeze, the fawn, and I can't remember the flop. You can't really particularly say how you are going to react until you are met with that.
No, I'm asking. I said that why was he asking for the 2 plot of land?
So
yeah, so why was he asking for the 2 plot of land? That's the question.
I was in that situation. If there has been, and that's why I asked, has there been an ongoing before Mohbad died? Has there been an ongoing issues?
Yeah, but why should that apply? Even if there was an ongoing, why should that apply
before
when
Mohbad died?
Yeah,
not after.
even Even if there was an ongoing, right? Why should that apply, especially seeing the tragic situation of the guy?
Because that could also be a motive for the cause of death.
Okay, we don't know that. That is what we're not.
The
We don't
money
know that. We
can
don't
be a
have that
motive
information.
for the cause of death.
We don't know that.
Oh well.
But yeah, what we are saying here is this, right? Like when you take a look at the story itself, all of the story, like you will see, like you will see some manipulations, and I'm just like seeing manipulations, on the side of the father, like not actually wanting to cooperate with getting justice, and like the actual justice everywhere in the world is the justice that comes from the court, from the police, right?
So is there
From
a
the
way
police
your group
investigation.
is there a way your group can is there a way I'm just asking a question, is there a way your group can, since you guys feel this way about the father, is there a way your group can, how am I going to put it? Join all of them, including the father and all the suspects in the house, and make a case against them with the evidence that you guys have come up with?
No, that's what I'm saying. I said we paid the father. We paid the father. Please wait now, worry, please. I mean, not talk to one. I mean, the talk to please. We paid the father so he can get.
Okay, but now,
Wait now, worry, queen. I beg. If you want to, you go talk to. I will give 1 hour. I may talk you. Me talk you. Me they go now. I beg. Let them talk you.
But
So,
now you said that you realize after paying the father, he's a bit dodgy. From everything you said, after paying the father, he's a bit dodgy. He's manipulated the whole situation. And you guys feel for some reason he knows more about the debt than he's letting on. So if you guys feel that way, why do you not then, go against the father and everyone in the house?
Yes, so that's what we are doing right now. Actually, what we are doing right now.
So it becomes the people versus, the entire Aloba family with the witnesses in the house.
It is always the government against whoever that is a suspect. Okay, the government, no government wants to, just go after anybody, without a good reason. So government would have seen that, okay, these people, they have a hand in the crime after investigation, then they will come for them. But they have investigated Baba Mohbad, Wumi, all of them. And according to them, neither Baba, neither Wumi has a hand in Mohbad's death. That is according to the government.
But
according to some members of the public, according to some members of the public like you, okay, you believe that you have an evidence that the wife killed the husband, right?
That's not what I've said so far. I never said that. But
are you sure? Okay, let me ask you. Do you think the wife killed the husband?
I think whatever happened to him in that house, she's more aware than any other person in that house.
And she has said what she knows. She has said what she knows.
And I've listened to everything that she said in the 3 different platforms or more that she's gone to, and there are inconsistencies in her story that do not align with what the driver said and do not align with what Spending said. So there are inconsistencies in her story.
Okay, yeah, good. And if there are this inconsistency, like why is the lawyer of the man not taking up the case after all the public contribution? Do you think public need to ask him how he spent their money? If they contributed money to him for a particular purpose and he had not been able to carry that purpose, did they have right to call him out?
That one is relative to the public, because if I was going to do a charitable case, if I donate money for something, I'm not thinking about, this person has used this money for this money. I'm giving that money from the bottom of my heart. Go help yourself out. But some people,
no, that is a different thing.
Some people,
that is a different thing. That's a different thing. If you pay money for charity, right, it's without a purpose, right? You just like give it out because probably, the person's condition, you just want the person to just go do whatever with it. We didn't pay money for whatever. We had an agenda. We have a list of what to do. And this was not fulfilled. You see the difference? So now we're not calling him out. We paid for lawyer, we paid for private investigator, we paid for DNA, we paid for all of these things. What's up? Why are you not doing it? We're asking.
So you're not getting the results. You're not getting the results
Exactly. And then people are discouraged. People are in. Nobody's going to come invest their whole life here. If you have your own money, if it was his own money that he spent, maybe like he brought 30 million out of his own pocket and it did not work out, will he go and bring another 30 million? If it was your own money, let's say you were the only one who paid for this 30 million to Joseph Aloba and squandered that money, right? And then he said you should go now, you should go use another money to go do something else. I mean, you still go invest your money, right? After you've invested, and it didn't go, you still go invest, right? If that is how you reason, everyone doesn't reason that way. Sorry.
So if I understand you guys very well, we both know how the Nigerian police is, we both know how the Nigerian judicial system is, but yet we entrust them to be able to actually get us the justice that we're looking for, and yet we blame the father for not doing the most that he should have done in a system that is set up against him. I'm actually very confused.
No. The system is not set up against him because he chose the best pathology which he trusted. Not the system chose it for him. Right? There are so many people who were interested in this case.
Can we all bear
there were a lot of people who were interested in this case. This man, okay, I want to ask a question now. If this man is so serious, why did he leave Berekete?
In this sort of situation before.
Why did he leave Berekete? Okay, where is the sense of the man? Why did he leave Berekete? Can you tell me why he left Berekete?
Go ahead.
Do you know Berekete?
Yeah.
Why did he leave Berekete?
That will be up to him.
No, it's not up to him. He has to be accountable to the public. He's not alone here. If it's up to him, then he should spend his money, he should do whatever he wants. Then we don't care too. He claims he's looking for justice. He has to explain whatever action that he has taken in the course of getting justice. Because people are seeing him as not ready for justice. So, and they are asking questions. Why did you leave Berekete if you truly said you want justice? Because that man represents justice. Why? Do you think you could do better? Or do you know better? Why? Or do you have a different interest from Berekete or from all of us?
If I remember back then when he was on Berekete, I remember listening to you most times, and you weren't particularly in support of him being on Berekete then. So it's quite surprising to see there's a change. And people
are you sure it's me or another one?
Yes, it's you. It's you.
Never. I have been
Over time, you have
No, please wait. No, stop, please wait. Papariano, I am the first critic of Berekete in this case. That was telling Berekete that Berekete, you should be doing autopsy by now. You should be doing this by now. By now, what are you still doing?
Yeah, I remember that.
I was the one that was calling him out. I said, if Berekete is not doing nothing, then why are we there?
You felt Berekete wasn't doing enough.
Yes, if Berekete is not doing enough, then the man should tell the whole world that this man you guys sent me to, is not doing nothing. Simple word transparency. Now we don't know who is playing us between Berekete and Baba Mohbad. Berekete said Baba Mohbad ran away. Baba said no, he's still cool with Berekete. But I want to go back. He doesn't have money for transportation.
At the end of this whole thing, the bottom line is that we as Nigerians are left to look after ourselves individually, but as a collective, we don't really care. Because why are we investigating? Why this is supposed to be for the police, for the government?
You are misunderstanding criminal cases, please. What you don't understand, in a criminal case everywhere in the world, it is the duty of the government to investigate all crime and to give justice. But when government investigates and you said you don't accept, you must go and bring your own evidence. In this case, we are not saying that the government has not investigated. Government said they have investigated and they have their own result. Now you no agree. Don't blame them. Don't say they didn't do their job. They said they have done it. Now you are the one who is not accepting. So go bring your own evidence. It's fair enough.
Stardust, are you actually worried about
if American police investigate
not even
and don't accept, you go and bring your own different evidence.
Are you actually worried about us not even knowing where that autopsy was carried out in abroad, the private autopsy? Stardust, are you actually worried? Coming from the Baba team, and said that they refused to reveal where that was carried out. And if you think we are thinking otherwise, you just stated now that he left Berekete because it's best known to him. If we read meaning to that action, it means we can take it either way. Is it that Berekete told him to go, or he doesn't want to continue with Berekete in our analysis? But are you actually worried that Baba Mohbad and the team who carried out the autopsy abroad or toxicology refused to review where it was done? Are you worried about that?
No, I'm not. Because even the one that was done,
why are you not worrying
revealed,
about that? Because
even the
you
one
and
that
I,
was done, even the one that was done, if the one that was initially done by the police, came out with the accurate results, then there would have been no need for a second autopsy for me to be worried
but
about.
before Baba did the private one,
The first time.
before they did the private one, I want to agree
An
with you
autopsy
that
should be an autopsy.
you and I, no, just hold on. You and I were out here dragging the government, even when Baba went to Berekete, for not revealing where it was done. You remember Berekete called the commissioner of police online for there about the PA or the protocol, that we want to know where it was carried out. Were you actually worried when government refused to reveal that location to us?
Would the location change the fact that
you are asking the question now. You are asking me, don't dodge the question because we drag government.
No, because I'm actually
wait
actually
now. You know why it's important?
Would that
you know why it's
change the
important?
result
Just wait.
of the autopsy?
No. It's just for us to know the authenticity of that result. For us to authenticate, just wait now. Hold on now. I'm responding to you. Just wait. My sister, just hold on. I'm responding to you now that you said it doesn't matter, but now you could go to Oluwole or Ibadan and bring a report to us. What we public is trying to do is to know where it was carried out. We want to investigate it further, if truly it was actually carried out or not, which matters a lot.
Okay, so
what if it was ever be done abroad?
Even more time and even more resources.
That is our time now. Why don't you allow us to even vent on that timing? The issue is right? We don't believe
even more time and more resources, and then coming out to come and blame when you don't get the results.
My dear, just hold on. Now the issue is this, right? What I'm saying is that don't judge this part because it's very important. When a report that was carried out or a result that was released to us, we don't know where it was coming from. I will say, no, this result is inconsistent with what you are saying. It's still the same thing with the government. But it's okay. We don't even believe you did it. Give us the location. We want to go and verify. Is there anything wrong for the public to demand such from the same cause we contributed our money for? And we are saying because we drag government. When government was not coming forth for like 6 months, they were silent about the matter. And we drag government out that they didn't do anything. And government said, we did it. It was done in so place. But now we are calling out the same father who did the private, which we, the public, paid for. You are saying that we are pursuing a very wrong cause. Is that what you're telling me?
So you didn't believe the government's autopsy and you don't believe the father's autopsy. I'm trying to make sense of what you're saying.
The government is even cleaner than the father. The government still gave you a clue that it was done. Let's say it was done in your house. We will come to you, Sardos. We want to see the evidence that you carry out this autopsy. You will show us.
So you think that the father didn't carry out any autopsy? That's why you want to.
As far he refused to, yes, as far he refused to reveal that location for us, he never did it anywhere.
What has that got to do?
It is the authenticity, my sister, to authenticate the result.
I feel like either ways, the results will not be authenticated because people are not
in that manner it will have been. In that manner, if we ask for it, it will have verified truly it was. We won't be talking about it today because we will already be known. Many of us we just silence about justice for Mohbad, assuming it is revealed to us. Truly, it was carried out. We went there, we saw it. Whatever the pathologists have told us in that court, we will not be doubting it by now. But we are still doubting it. Okay? We are still doubting because they couldn't give us a clue where it was carried out. And that is why you and I we are still talking about this matter. Assuming they revealed the location to us and we've gone there, we verify it, we off the media because already private has been done and it was carried out. Do you understand me? So, but if you are thinking that we are asking for a wrong question from the father who's alleged that he did it, but it's not telling the public where he did it. Government is even better than him right now. Because government told us where it was done. I think a sane person is a simple question to ask in a sane society. I did it. Where do you do it? That would be the next question. 100%. Now,
the point.
Now the location of the DNA now is being an issue to him because he's doubting Nigeria. He said he wants it to be done abroad. Why? It's the same reason we are talking about the location where it was carried out. What if the result they gave us was done even in Bayelsa, and they came out and read it to us? You will doubt it, and now why that from Nigeria? We don't have trust in it because you'll be talking about government since. You've been talking about government. You are making the government look as if they didn't do anything for this guy. Okay? But what we are saying that the father also,
yeah, they didn't do enough. And from the beginning, they ruined the entire investigation. You're going to someone died. You're going to their house. You're not stealing off the house. People are still living in the house even after that.
I love the fact you are pointing those angles. You are making sense in that regard. Yeah, you are making sense in that regard. And I want you to reason with us when we are saying that this father is also covering for this crime. Based on when we look at we look at the psychological aspect of him covering for some things. Because if police didn't do the right thing, you were supposed to be saying dragging police every day of this life to court. Get court order for police to carry a phone for forensic. If police is refusing, go to court. Say court, I find this. Compare police to carry a phone forensic for my son's death. We didn't see this move coming from him, not at all. See today, 2 years, he has 2 lawyers, 2 legal teams that we have changed one. We have current one who is even a son, but he yet to even approach a court to compare police to do phone forensic. But I want you and I to be saying that police is doing the wrong thing. We will always see some bad eggs in the police, right? What if he fell into the hands of the bad ones? But the court will correct that no, police carry out this phone forensic. He has all resources at his disposal to even play with money, whatever. But he refused. Even when Mr. Yomi Fabi is talking about this, we're supposed to see the father behind him. That, okay, I couldn't do it. Yomi, please, I'm behind you. Do this because government has dragged the government. He did protest. He did a press conference. Who is it did it against? Against the family? No. It's against the government, my dear sister. Yomi did a press conference. It's against the government. Calling police out. Calling government out for not doing the right thing.
Can I ask you a question, Mr. Rizky?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
How do you think that this case is going to be resolved?
As it is now, is only when there is a clue coming from the public, because that this is how this guy gruesomely was pied in his house. 1, 2, what we call evidence, it has to be investigated thoroughly. If police carry out phone forensic alone, Stardust will not be where we are today. I bet you.
100%. I agree with you on that one.
Thank you. But for police not to be doing it, and we are dragging the police, we now drag the Baba. Ask your legal team, approach the court. The procedure is there. For you to approach the court of law, they give you the leverage. You have the opportunity. Government give you the open hands. The court is there for you. Approach court, get court order against the police for not doing this. Our police will hands up, they will do it. Definitely. But you are not even making this move. You are making the move of screwing Naramali or bringing him back to the matter, DPP. Meanwhile, you are neglecting the primary assignment that would have led us to a better result. You are leaving those that are not in the house, and you are forgetting those in the house. Now, and I said something, the critical thinker did well in one regard where they summoned courage to get another lawyer, sue those in the house. Is that not a wonderful thing? But the father turned it down. Instead to scrutinize the list, he turned it down completely, and today he's silencing about that. Oh, you've dropped. No problem. Paparano, please, I want to mute. She's gone.
Sarutimi, you see, she's just here to defend people baselessly, or Papa Mohbad baselessly. She knew quite well what Baba Mohbad has done. This is a man who has failed to do the right thing. And then people are challenging him for why is he hampered from at least even doing the right thing? Why is it so difficult to do the right thing? And everybody is asking that question. Baba Mohbad has not provided the answer. Even while he was on Super Vibes, he was asked so many questions. He failed to answer it, especially where the autopsy was done. He was just mentioning, Nigeria, Nigeria. That was his response. I think it was Chama or Crunchy Queen that asked him that question. Where was the autopsy and toxicology conducted? He couldn't give any concrete answers now. And then when the autopsy was done and we had the result that we had, Papa Mohbad was not pained. Papa Mohbad was not unhappy. He never showed it publicly that this failed result, because that was there about the last hope to help Mohbad get justice through the coroner. Because the coroner is all about forensic analysis and then how Mohbad died, who was responsible, who are the suspects and all those technicalities. But Baba Mohbad failed to provide such information for the right information when he was given the opportunity to do the toxicology and autopsy. And that was the moment Mohbad lost chances of getting autopsy. And the Baba was not remorseful. He wasn't remorseful. By now, we should have been hearing him if it was a genuine mistake of him not being able to get the locations of where this thing is done. You should have cried out that the pathologist is avoiding him, or the public should help him. That is how people do, especially if you said you are ordinary a carpenter and there are some limitations in your understanding of how things work. If, like what he was telling us was the case, then things that he doesn't know that look suspicious, he should be crying out about it. Have you ever heard Baba Mohbad crying out that nobody is telling him where the toxicology autopsy was done? He was comfortable with it, and it obviously showed that he cooperated with them. He cooperated fully with them to get the result that nailed everything and left everybody in the house off the hook in a way, and then we now begin to depend on the compromised government autopsy, because the autopsy of the government was compromised. The chain of custody of the histology of Mohbad was never properly outlined for us to show that there was no compromises during the time of handling and then the time of delivery to the location where it was tested. In fact, there was a third-party laboratory that presented Mohbad histology to the NMS. So you could see that there was a deliberate action, and this was even after about 6 or 5 months when the samples were taken. Mohbad samples was taken on the 22nd of September, and it didn't appear at the NMS testing facility until sometimes in April. And so, apart from the chain of custody, if that truly was Mohbad's samples, it will have degraded and the accuracy of the test will have thoroughly diminished if it was even Mohbad samples that was presented. And then the person who presented it used his company in the US, the Lagos State DNA and Forensic Center MD. He used his own company in the US to present the test to NMS. And that was why when people went to NMS and they were clamoring for Mohbad, they couldn't get the name of Mohbad on their system because it was a different company that presented it. And so they said Mohbad was not tested in their laboratory. Eventually, when the pathologist presented the result at the coroner, it was not signed. He presented an unsigned document to the coroner. All these are in public space that everybody could see. And then it was not questioned properly thereafter because he was meant to appear. And then he failed to appear at the coroner because Sanshitu is having a wedding or something. And so they couldn't convene. And then that was how the pathologist was unable to be interviewed correctly on the processes and the procedures, how the test was done comprehensively by Sanshitu. And he was never recalled back to the coroner inquest to testify again. He was never. All these things played out right before our eyes. And Baba Mohbad and his team of lawyers, they kept mute. They kept quiet. And after that, they went on a legal jamboree to sue the DPP. The DPP who they should be friend with. And the DPP asked them in their own case that they brought before the court, that what was their own private investigation that warrants them coming to sue them, that they should bring in Naira Marley into the case. Baba Mohbad was chasing shadows with his people. We knew that Naira Marley was never in the house and Sam Larry was never in the house. Was Mohbad bullied? Yes, there was evidence in the public space on videos. Was that the reason why Mohbad's demise happened? Possibly, but not conclusively, because there were other incidents that was in the burner. There were incidents that the wife had a serious fight with him. In fact, she was the one who last fought with Mohbad, according to the driver. These are public information, that in public space. Why has Baba Mohbad not pursued that comprehensively with his team of lawyers? Instead, they were just dribbling the public, telling the public different kinds of stories and manners of stories that could suit their egos, and then gathered different kinds of all manners of people to do their biddings, and also begins to insult people all over the place. Whoever do not succumb to their system of justice. Baba Mohbad is not looking for justice, and all of us should know that by now. Anybody who is still on the side of Baba Mohbad, I'm sorry to say, that person has lost track with reality. He has totally lost track with reality. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's biased, and he's not after justice. He's what I call hero worshipping. They want an hero out of Baba Mohbad. He's the father of the year. He's the only one seeking justice, but he has the ability to misbehave and does as it's like because he's the father of the year. That is not how it should be, and that is not how justice should be. Many of us, we are into this justice not because we want a certain individuals to fall for it. No, we truly want justice to be served. Anybody who is responsible for taking another one's life must be ready to pay for the crimes that they committed. They must be ready to pay for that crime. And if so be is the friends or whatever it is, or anybody associated with them, the brother or the wife, as long as investigations can direct to it, then so good. It is obvious the police are not ready to do this investigation, which is one of the most concerning aspects of it. And that is the enjoyment Baba Mohbad is enjoying. He's enjoying the proceeds of crime, because that is what we'll call it. He's enjoying it. If not, how can you just sit down there and you are saying you don't have money to travel to Berekete to continue seeking justice for your son? Who is taking a night bus there? Who is sitting?
It doesn't even need him to come to the public for money for him to travel to Abuja. Abuja with even Los Angeles is 35,000 maximum. With Los Angeles,
35,000, you're already in Abuja.
You're already in Abuja. You're talking about you sleep over. You want to go with Los Angeles, it's just 70,000.
And if he's stranded, if you see Baba Mohbad, if the public see Baba Mohbad sleeping outside like Yomi did, don't you think the public will rise?
They will rise. That's the truth.
Say, no.
You want to live in the affluence. You are spending blood money. You are gallivanting on blood money. People are donating money for your son to get justice. You are now saying you are wearing wristwatch and be looking at your wristwatch in a video. You are gallivanting on nothing.
Celebrating. Baba Mohbad is celebrating clothes. Clothes is on his page. Someone gave him some attires, and he's celebrating it. He did a song for it, and he's singing about it and dancing, and then celebrating new suit or coat suit, whatever it is that he's wearing. Baba Mohbad is celebrating those things. It shows that he's thoroughly after. He's in his page, or anybody that wants to check it. It's in his page. He's after what he can gain. Baba Mohbad is after what he can gain. He's
just looking for excuse from not doing the right thing. You are giving excuse for not doing the right thing. If it's for doing the wrong thing, you will package it as if your whole life it depends on this. You want to go to Berekete, you are telling the public you don't have transport, so we should book flights of 200 and something thousand for you. So and from 400, you and Rexy will be running like 1 million naira to go and lie to Berekete and come back. It's crazy, man.
Rotimi, why can't he go and do back his furniture carpentry work to raise money?
He's a celebrity father.
Why can't he make a flyer and say, okay, I'm back to Morocco, employ some people, some boys. Okay, I want to open a workshop where I'll be training some more children to be a carpenter. You know, there's something this man can do.
Should I tell you a secret about lazy people? Should I tell you a secret about them?
Tell me.
Once there's an avenue to make money. Let's say you give someone who is lazy money that shouldn't bother you, be there for him. They will stop working. Their mindset will be on the things you are going to bring to the table. Even if they have the tools all around them to begin to make money for themselves, they will be waiting for that your own money. The day you fail to fulfill your obligations to them, maybe for one reason or the other, you become a bad person. And then, in fact, you are worse than the devil to them because you failed to do that. You know, and so he has been enjoying public sympathy, undue public sympathy. People do not know that Baba Mohbad do not deserve the sympathy they extended to him. How many people have you seen that he has not offended in this justice for Mohbad? How many people that has worked with him, that they have failed to work with him? The man in Ghana, QH Radio, he has failed to work with him. He's all there in public space. The man in Ghana, Oriyomi, has failed to work with Oriyomi. He has failed to work with Berekete. He has failed to work with anybody. Nobody can work with him successfully. Nobody. What manner of a man is that? We say he's seeking justice.
He's not seeking justice. He's not seeking any fucking justice. He's not seeking any injustice. He just been playing with us all along. Let him go back to his carpentry job and make money from there. That is what I should tell him now. Because if he's expecting money from the public, it's damn lie. He can't get nada. He can get from Bukky Jesse and the rest. The Pork Daddy, they can give him money. But here, me, I will drill him because he's not supposed to be called a father. He's
The
not a
last,
father at all.
his last chance to make the public, his last chance was this DNA. And I suspected their problem, his problem with the critical thinkers has to do with money. Has to do with money because Bukky Jesse gave us a glimpse of it, that Baba Mohbad was no longer in control of money donated. That if he needs money, those people, he needs to talk to them and they will need to sign before they give him money. And so that was how they were doing it. And I think he wasn't in control of what was coming in anymore. So it was the critical thinkers and all that. If you remember, Shoulder Might, his major problem with them, even though she didn't say it fully, but they nearly crucified her for saying that it was the critical thinker that was controlling Baba Mohbad's money. You know? Mr. Rotimi, Natural said you should pick her up. I think she wants to talk.
Oh,
So.
is she there? Oh, sorry, she's even there. Sorry, dear. Let me bring her. I said not only herself, somebody was even there. Okay, I think both of them have come up.
Okay.
Sorry, Natural.
Thank you very much, Insider.
Good
Thank
morning.
you. Yeah, still talking, Abi. Good morning, good afternoon. Within Nigeria, Abi.
Go ahead.
Network, Nigerian network. Thank you. I know Papa maybe is sleeping because what I want to say is that Insider, you have said everything. That is why I always enjoy your talk. You can go my normal way. You know all this talk when they talk since I felt listening to Papa for money later I come log out. Like what's your parent they talk for money? You know, because of who we know and who they relate with, who don't help us, they make many of us not agree they talk truth. You understand? And a part of the scene when it's poor justice. If I talk about this one will see. You understand? They make many of us not they talk truth. And I waiting also affect Papa Mohbad be that too. When Papa Mohbad starts, most of us, when would they join now? We come with different interests. You understand? Papa Mohbad would not make it clear to them. Say, we don't want justice. But because of our own pockets, we just lock up. We don't want to talk. I don't talk this thing before. I want to repeat them again. You know, say, many things when they do a revision, we they do as far as I'm concerned. Because when they say way forward, not the any place. We just they do revision for new people because when people they come off for Paparano platform, they just they train themselves. Like all this their shoulder mind and the rest, they won't just be popular. They won't just know them. As far as I'm concerned, if not, they know everything. They don't know say the man they fuck up. But the young won't come up. I know Paparano platform. Now where anybody want to grow. So they go must come, whether na rubbish out of nonsense, there is sense. They will just talk come on. Like one girl when he talk finish before inside that they talk. Say he know, and not true. You don't fit tell me say he did with him. I see the question where to me they ask him. See the way they reply. It say not get head, not make sense. He just a talk of points. So no problem. At least he don't come, he don't talk, he don't come out. Tomorrow if you come now, to me don't know. Now waiting we don't assume so many people to be that. Not be everybody come, but some people they don't want come say, what see they happen? This community of justice for Mohbad na place when they say they feel just know me. If not normal person, you go see the truth. You not go talk the way they talk. You not go ask a kind ABM question. You know when they call ABM question? All these questions be like he better. Now we they call ABM. All those kind of questions, are ABM questions. When go they ask, what it come make you feel say, na Papa Mohbad, na you do this one. When they see with your eye, It's 2023 now we talk. So nobody for this life, you understand? When you go reach where somebody say die, when you not go ask question. Imagine this girl for Arise TV. I first asked Rufai that day, how na fear, how na content no say this girl, Ikba. He just talk say, that very simple thing. As the girl reach hospital, they begin to ask people for the area. Couple like saying, because of the girl. So kind of things when I Rufai tell me, you get, I can't say not true. See the shock for them. This one I just full workers though. They ask wait how the thing happen. To talk of you as a father. You understand? As a father, you reach place, you come they tell me say you don't know. They go, you go this thing, they don't some of them, like we say I feel they don't threaten many of them before the thing happen. So when the thing happen, I said they don't finally take her, okay, good. Make everybody lock up. Why people know about them? Because of the sharing of the cash. Even Karimo, when Karimo starts that time, how he be? He decide with me. When he come out, like everybody knows now because of the cash. And the two of them separate. You get. So the points that they try to bring out now be say, nobody when go tell me say for that family, they don't know waiting by Mohbad. We just they come, they do revision. And if Papa Mohbad not fit go back, because now the public soon I spoil and I make her not fit go back for a capitary work. And he get wait see Mickey talk when he even still make me say I won't come up. Somebody when be say now when you don't dey popular, when you supposed to train all these small children. So that I don't repeat this in 2023 before. I want to repeat them again. When you supposed to train all these small children, so that the experience when waiting your pikin pass through, make all these children not pass through and you not agree. You say the life when the big people won't live, the celebrity won't live, now you won't live. Tell me how Nigeria won't take good. Waiting make us go feel say this guy, this father, not encourage his son to do some kind of things. Make the money quick come. As the boy begin to make the money, the thing not reach out the way he want her. Now he still make her act some kind things when he act, allegedly. The man not just one made a trace some things. That is why he's killing everybody move. If everybody do some things, they go track him. You don't want that. That is why he's killing everybody's move. So, Papa Mohbad, everybody don't know. All these people, they come, they talk. You don't want justice. It's clear. This way forward, like what I talk person for supervisor, made them think how they go take bury Mohbad. Make him go fight. If na sacrifice, somebody use that and do sacrifice. Good. Make him go fight the fight. Because all this one when everybody they now money people just say fine. Then we just say that they somewhere that they fight for the justice. All of a sudden na story. Na packaging. Because Paparano talk this morning, get what I learned from there. If you they do something, you understand, you know they transparent about that. And people they tell you that they complain. You know they even they show any interest. That means you get one move. So those when they carry the thing for head, no transparency, nothing they happen. You get your own plan. You get what you define. Maybe now your pocket. If your pocket not dry, you will come again. Hello, inside that you want to talk something?
Yeah, the story now make the bury Mohbad on time.
That is it.
Because
now waiting we suppose they talk about. Nobody will say wait forward, go meet more police. As everybody they do your private investigation. The truth be say, as people they come, me said, because that now I make sometimes I just thank God for some kind of opportunity when I get that period when we say I take follow Africa TV and I know some police for plenty. And they ask people some questions. Get some things when we say, this one what would they do? The family not they fight for the thing. Because the thing when they go ask you, they say, okay, I asked one police for plenty today. Okay, if you have to say the public say they won't take the matter there, is that as far the family not they sign? Nobody go sign. Nobody go listen to now.
the role of the public no pass this thing wey we dey do so. Na just advocacy. Na im be the
That
role
is
of the.
it.
We
That
no
is
fit do
it.
pass like this. Na the family, the immediate
Now the
family.
family.
Na dem go point us the right direction, point the police say na wetin dey happen be dis o, na wetin dey happen. Na dem go cry out. So if injustice
Because the guy
as
even
long
don say
as
most of the evidence inside, say most of the evidence don clean dem comot. So the thing sef go dey tough.
and na the role wey the baba play be that. Some gullible people no know say baba dey play a role to help clean the evidence wey go nail
But
anybody.
but inside that, the public can still do move further. Okay.
Rotimi,
You
Rotimi,
approach the
How
court.
how the public
Hold
Rotimi,
on,
take dey
may
move?
I
natural.
tell you the
I'm
truth? If
coming.
somebody is not telling you
I'm
the truth,
coming,
you
natural.
understand? If somebody is
Now,
not
natural,
telling you
just
the
wait.
truth,
Forget what that policeman is telling you, my dear sister. Just hold on. Let me
Yeah,
let
Rotimi,
me
make we see.
let me
What
say
what kind
this.
of public do?
Now, this is the angle I'm coming from. Okay, police, in Nigerian police especially, they want case to settle at their table. They don't want you to move further. Hardly you see police that want to take you to court. Hardly in some situation. So that is number one. I want us to know that. Now let's move
Yes,
fast forward to what
most
I'm
police,
about to say.
let me tell you, not even all
Yes.
police case that we, because they have the DPP that we advise them. Which case you want
No,
carry
the
go
guy.
for?
If a person comes up and say demand the police to charge them to court. If
let
I
me tell you
demand
something. Let me tell you
for you
something,
to
Rotimi.
charge me to
There is
court,
something, Rotimi. I want to say something. You have been talking
you
since.
are never allowed me to speak what I
No,
wanted to
I will
say.
not
I'm
allow you
trying to
because the
object
reason
to
is
you.
that people are
No,
listening to
I'm
us.
objecting you. You will still get your flaw. That doesn't mean you are convincing the
Okay, no
public
problem.
in your
No
own
problem.
way.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. They say among Christians and in the scriptures, many are the afflictions of good people, right people, righteous people. I don't know who we will be saying has been afflicted here. Yeah. Is it the public or who? Is it the public? It's quite unfortunate. Very much unfortunate. I mean, come to think of it, I have processed it, thought about it, times without number. This journey of justice for Mohbad, are the parents of this young man seeking for justice? Is Mohbad's father a liar, manipulator? Is Mohbad's mother the manipulator and the liar? Like, it's really not adding up. It's not adding up at all. Mohbad's father has been asked to explain to the public what did you do with money? What did you do with money? What did you do with money? He said, well, all of the exorbitant about big money that they claim I spent, this and that, none of those things are true. Okay, the public said, what is true? Mohbad's father cannot really give an account 100% of anything. He can't really do that. He can't. Because in between this justice for Mohbad, he has also spent money for himself. He believes that that money is for his upkeep and upkeep of his children. And whatever it is that is there can also be used here and there, either for private autopsy, this and that. Now, the DNA thing is the thing that is on his mind. How can he use the DNA thing to get money? From what we heard, I don't know how true it is. They said that Mohbad's father is going to be the one, according to the court, that will foot the bill. The government is not interested. After all, you are the one that requested for DNA. You will have to pay for it. And you must pay it fully. You must pay it fully. We were also told that Wumi's lawyer opted to pay their own part, but the government said, no, you are the one requesting the DNA, so you have to pay for all the DNA that will be conducted. But then it is still one DNA. If they decide to make two so that they can compare and contrast. But the question is this: if the DNA comes positive, what is going to happen? If it comes negative, what is going to happen? If it comes negative, Mohbad's father will have a chip on his shoulder. He will be so happy. It means that he has. Then some lawyers will then begin to come and talk about how Mohbad had received. And don't forget that Mohbad's father had already said, and they will use his testimony. Of course, this can be debated in court. The lawyer of Mohbad's father is also seen as a man that should not be trusted. So many things going on this justice for Mohbad. So many things. I don't know what your thoughts are. You've heard all that our guests, you've heard all what they have to say. Drop your comments about it.